In our birth chart, Lilith represents the qualities and traits that we feel the most ashamed of, and at the same time, these are some of our greatest powers. But this is primarily represented by the sign that Lilith is in. Not only do you have a sign that Lilith is in, but you also have a house. And that's just as important to know because that will show where this shame will show up for you. So in this video, I'm covering everything that you need to know about having your Black Moon Lilith in your 6th house in astrology. Hello and welcome back to the Be the Hero channel. If you're a newcomer, welcome, and if you're a subscriber, it's good to talk to you guys again. My name is Isabelle and I help you understand who you are using personality typing and astrology because I was the person who did not understand themselves for the life of them. And then I discovered the Enneagram, Myers-Briggs, mindfulness, my birth chart, and so much more. And for the first time in my life, I had a clear sense on who I could be and what my desires were. So now I'm here to teach you about these things so you can understand them and yourself. Now, before I dive into the Black Moon Lilith, one note, please excuse my allergies. It is a little bit of allergy season here, and so I know my voice sounds a little nasally and annoying, but please excuse it. And secondly, hit the link in the description below to get your very own My Horoscope Made Me Do It hoodie. It's kind of hard to show it because I put my camera so close, but these are insanely comfortable hoodies. And if you love astrology, you need to get one of these hoodies now in the link in the description below so that you and I can be matching. Oh my God, we're so cute. In this video, I'm covering what it means to have your Lilith in your 6th house. But first, what is Lilith? Because I was getting into the Black Moon Lilith when I first got into astrology and I was extremely confused on, is it Lilith? Is it Black Moon Lilith? Are these two different things? Are they the same? The answer is no, that there's a Lilith and there's a Black Moon Lilith. However, you are very likely looking at the right video because the Black Moon Lilith has become more commonly referred to as just Lilith, simply because it is such a popular aspect in our chart. And there is another aspect and point called Lilith, but not nearly as prominent. So the Black Moon Lilith, which is represented by a black crescent moon with a cross underneath it in our chart, represents the parts of us we feel the most ashamed of. But it's also some of our greatest strengths. And this is because, to my understanding, Lilith was the first partner for Adam, and she was a very powerful woman, very independent, but this didn't necessarily work very well for Adam. And so they threw her out of the world and replaced her with a much more passive and gentle Eve. So Lilith represents these powerful qualities within us that can help us be more independent and happy, but it might get us thrown out from the world or banished because these are too powerful for everyone else and they make everyone else uncomfortable. So now we hide these qualities within ourselves and they become a source of shame. However, these are primarily indicated by the sign that Lilith is in. This shows what qualities and traits we feel ashamed of, but we also have a house that Lilith is in. And the house that Lilith is in tells us where we are going to feel that shame. So there are 12 zodiac signs in astrology, and those are the 12 different energies we could be ashamed of. But we also have 12 houses, and these represent the 12 areas of our life in this material reality. So the 6th house has all to do with our service and routines. It shows our health and self-care. I like to think of it, if I was going to pick 2 words for the 6th house, is routines and wellness. The sign that our 6th house is fixed into tells us how we try to fulfill that sense of routine, what our routine tends to look like, what we need, and where we need to focus on our health mainly. So if you have a Black Moon Lilith in your 6th house, you are likely someone who feels ashamed for enjoying routine things. This could be not necessarily in the Virgo sense where you love to check your checkbooks and balance your money and do your finances or go to your job every day from 9 to 5, but you are someone who likes predictability to a degree in a way that maybe not other people like it. However, some point along the way, you are taught that you are not allowed to embrace this part of you, and to want routine and stability is bad. As I say in each of my videos covering the Black Moon Lilith in each of the houses, it's really hard to fully understand how this is going to play out for you if you do not know the sign that your Lilith 6th house is in. So check out my series later on the Black Moon Lilith through the signs, because this will show what kind of routine you crave and are good at, but you feel you're not allowed to embrace. For example, if you were a Lilith in 6th house in Capricorn, you are someone who is very good at being ambitious and driven and practical in your day-to-day life. You want to move through life with a level of discipline and self-mastery, but you feel you're not allowed to do that. Somewhere along the way, people who had a 6th house Lilith were someone who was very methodical and practical, who had a routine in some way or another. Someone who focused on their health a lot, who did things that took care of their life and took care of themselves, living that self-care life at its finest. And at some point they felt, I'm not allowed to be like this because this will get me rejected from my group. So maybe a parent, a peer, society told you don't be like that because you likely moved in such a methodical way through life where you took care of everything that people judged you for it, where they felt that you were in a way being too powerful. And so now you repress these parts of yourself. Because your 6th house Lilith has become a place of shame, you might notice problems appearing for you in your 6th house themes. So people who have a Black Moon Lilith can oftentimes have this energy of shame manifest as physical health problems. Oftentimes, so Lilith wants to express its energy, and if we do not embrace it in the positive, it starts to express itself in the negative. So people with a 6th house Lilith, if they are not embracing routine, if they are resisting it, if they're not allowing themselves to take care of themselves and be practical, then their body is going to start reacting to that, and these can show up as health problems, feeling imbalanced. And so these people need routine in order to be healthy. So you're probably watching this and thinking, oh my gosh, this is so me. I feel heavily ashamed of anything that I do that helps me feel healthy and allows me to serve other people. I feel guilty about my routines. I feel guilty about being practical. So what do? The first and foremost thing that I recommend for every single Lilith house and sign placement is reflect on your childhood and think back to that time where you felt you were not allowed to want routine and stability. Is there a moment in your childhood where you felt that you were not allowed to want practicality or to take care of yourself? And go back to that childhood version of yourself as the person you are now and tell them it's okay to be this way. I accept you for these things. I love you for these things. I love the fact that you want this routine and stability, and you're allowed to be like that. Secondly, the Black Moon Lilith needs to learn to re-embrace stability and routine. Always when it comes to embracing and healing our Lilith, it's equal parts going to the past and healing, and equal parts doing the work now to cultivate a healthy relationship with those traits now. So Black Moon Lilith in 6th house, you want to have a routine. You want to take care of yourself. You want to have things that are routine in your life and keep you feeling stable. What makes you feel stable will depend on what sign your Black Moon Lilith is in. For example, if you're just generally any water sign Lilith in 6th house, doing things that support your emotional health are going to be most important for your sense of stability. If you have a Lilith in 6th house in an earth sign, you really need to take care of your material security and finances. If you are a 6th house fire sign Lilith, then having a passion and doing new things is going to be really important for your sense of stability. And if you have a air sign Lilith, you need to have something that is mentally stimulating in your day-to-day life. So learn more about the sign that your Black Moon Lilith is in, and this will indicate how you can cultivate more stability and routine. But generally, for anyone who has a Black Moon Lilith in 6th house, cultivating routines and cultivating your tasks are going to be really important for you. Having things like the best self journal, which I love so much, could fulfill your Lilith. Creating a self-care routine, creating morning and nightly rituals, making time to handle your responsibilities, and then equal parts take care of yourself is going to be important. And focusing on your physical health will be extremely important. You might need to put more effort into meal planning, or maybe going to the gym or going to yoga, whatever your body needs. Making time for these things is going to feel really uncomfortable. You likely feel that you're supposed to just live that grind and never take care of yourself, but these are extremely important things for you to do, and in fact are some of your greatest strengths, because once you allow yourself to embrace routine and stability, you inspire other people to take care of themselves and add more practicality and stability to their own lives, which they need as well. If this video helped you understand what it means to have your Black Moon Lilith in your 6th house, let me know in those comments below, and let me know what sign your 6th house Lilith is in, and I can give you a little information on what that means. While you're down there, grab the free birth chart workbook if you have not yet already, and check out the Making Mindfulness Fun bundle, where I am offering all 30 of our workbooks and courses on astrology, Enneagram, mindfulness, and more for only $30. That's $1 per course per workbook, and you have access to everything in this bundle for life, and you get exclusive access to any new workbooks that drop. That's the Making Mindfulness Fun bundle in the link in the description below. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and stay tuned for more videos breaking down Lilith through the houses. Once again, my name is Isabelle, and from my heart to yours, namaste.